All right, everyone. Good morning. It is hold on. Let me adjust the hat for a quick minute. Using the headphone mic again because I like how the audio came out on the video that I did where I was doing walk and talk with the headphone mic. So, yeah, happy November, guys. It's November, August. Did I really just say November, August? It's November 16th, guys, and going on a little walk and talk video that you guys may or may not like, but I like doing them. So, what do I want to talk about today? I just want to say I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who supported my channel. I hit over 300 subscribers, and this will be my 199th video, and I have something cool that I've wanted to do for a while, and I figured what other video to do it in than my 200th video. And I'll talk about it in my 200th video. I won't talk about it in my 199th video for a particular reason, but you guys will see what my 200th video on YouTube is going to be. Something that you guys probably would never have, and I never really would have thought of. Something I've always wanted to do, and I figured what better time to do it than now. Had a lot of ups and downs over the past couple years, as everyone does in their life, but in me in particular, I've had some bad stuff happen to me. A lot of good things too, though. A lot of good things. Always try to stay positive. Always keep moving forward. Always, looking at the pros in life, looking at the good side of things. And when you guys start doing that is when your life will start to change. And trust me, a wise man told me that one time. And it's true. Very true. There's always two ways to look at things and everything in life. You can find the bad and keep having bad thoughts and keep wishing bad upon others, and nothing's good is ever going to come from that. It's always learn from your experiences, learn from your mistakes, and keep pushing forward, right, guys? So, November has came around the corner. My gardening has come to a little bit of a close. I brought a lot of my pepper plants inside, guys, so I'm really excited to continue this part of life. Little new hobby that I've had found enjoyment in, and I'm going to continue growing them and see how massive I can get these pepper plants. It's been pretty fun to do over the past year now. I've started my little gardening journey, or it was like year-round gardening journey that I want to make it instead of just being a seasonal thing, and I do that for many reasons. I do that for myself. I do that for, like I said, I've stated in I believe one of my prior videos, I stated my grandfather had a greenhouse. And it's kind of just something that reminds me of him when he's not here anymore. And yeah. Sometimes you do things not just for yourself, but for your family and the people you love around yourself, and to make them proud. And if they were still here today, I know he'd be proud of me, seeing me do something like that, because that was something that brought him joy, was growing flowers and helping other people with their landscaping that, would bring a joy to a person's property, So, yeah. What was I going to say? On the side note, guys, I am taking you guys on my investing journey throughout buying Bitcoin at $40 a month. We do had a pullback. Last time I checked yesterday, it was like around 97,000 per one Bitcoin. We have down a little bit, but for me, I'm still up. So this is what I want to tell all you guys. If you guys are in Bitcoin, be in it for the long haul, especially if you're going to be putting a small amount of money in. Don't expect to be rich overnight here. as you guys know, I've been putting a small amount of money in for years, $40 every month, something that I think everyone can do. I gave myself a small goal, something that I thought would be worth documenting on YouTube, and it has been worth documenting. It surpassed levels that I thought that we were gonna get for a long time. I was buying the dips, kept buying the dips, guys, and we reached, I believe, near 120,000, if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my head, at the highs. So, pretty excited about what the future holds for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in general. As you guys know, I am going to take you guys on a new crypto that I've been buying since around the same time I bought Bitcoin, which is XYO, and have made some significant amount of money off of XYO. I've made, probably that's been my best trade in the market so far, where I've really realistically thinking, I think I've about tripled my money on it. I think it was 15, or doubled my money on it. I think it was, I can't remember off the top of my head. All I know is it was about 6,000 in long-term gains is what I handed over to my accountant last year. So I'm still going to be buying more of that in the future and continuing to lower my dollar cost average into XYO, because I do see it being a possible project. I don't think it's going to be, first of all, let me get this right. Let me get this so you guys know. Just because I'm buying something doesn't mean that you should do your own research on where to put your money. This is just something I'm doing. I have around $9,000 invested into XYO, and I'm going to continue to put more and more into it. I've had success. Like I said, I had my biggest gains from XYO. So I figured, why not put more money into it and keep putting more money into it, and eventually it will prevail, because that's how investing works for the most part. If you're patient, it's really just a waiting game. I found out throughout my 4 or 5 years of buying stocks and crypto and learning from my mistakes, is it's really just a waiting game for the most part. With that being said, I'm going to my usual little walk and talk area. We had some rain last night, so trying to stay away from the grass. And luckily there's some good amount of pavement to do some laps around here. And I don't really know what else to say. So usually I have like a particular thing I want to focus on in my videos. Today was kind of just like a little walk and talk ramble on a Sunday, as all of them usually end up being about. So I am going to continue buying XYO and taking you guys on my journey as I keep putting another $500, $1,000, whatever it is, into the coin, and showing how far I'm down, because I'm down over about 60% now, but I'm going to continue to put money into the crypto coin and show you guys how, with positive thinking and enough time, everything will come back. I think there's a good point to use as like an analogy to gardening, right? So with enough time and positive thinking, your vegetables, flowers, whatever it is, will come back. If they look dead now, continue to water them, give them sunlight, and they will come back, or fertilizer, whatever, they will come back. So I think that's a good comparison for this video, as I'm going to continue to keep you guys updated on my gardening journey, on my crypto investing journey, on my fitness journey, on my life journey. Like I said, I started this channel 100% fitness focused, 100% powerlifting focused, and people grow, change, develop, as everyone should as everyone who you guys follow on YouTube over the years, they'll grow, change, and continue to develop. And that should really just inspire you guys to do the same. And that's the main focus on why I make videos, on why I create content, is if it helps one person do whatever they didn't think was possible. On the things that I've achieved on my channel. You know, like I said, my goal, I knew I was going to deadlift 500 pounds before I did it. How did I know I was going to do it? I could only probably pull around 275 or whatever at the time, first couple times deadlifting, right? And I just kept going to the gym, and over years and years, continuing to learn, continuing to get stronger, continuing to put the time in, I was able to achieve my goal and surpass my goal, and eventually hitting a 540 pound deadlift at the peak of my powerlifting career. Those were some fun times. I achieved everything I want, like damn near everything I wanted to achieve in powerlifting, guys. The only thing I didn't achieve was my 315 pound bench, which I'm still young, still time to be able to achieve that. And like I said, I don't see myself competing ever again, but as far as lifting and staying healthy, I think that'll be something that I'll always try to keep a part of my life. Yeah. You know, like I said, there's been a lot of downs this year. Getting hit on a car on my bike, getting hit on a car walking. I just can't win. I could always think about the negative and put myself down a negative path, but I don't. I always stay positive. I always try to keep pushing myself. And although I'm not one to be a big believer in God, I think that there has to be someone else looking down upon us, having these major injury scares that could have left me into much worse injuries than I entailed. I mean, obviously, I do think a lot of it has to do with my powerlifting background and being a bigger guy, because I don't honestly know how I got up after those two hits, guys. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been hit by a car, which most of you guys probably have not if you're watching this video. But if you have, whether it be on a motorcycle, bike, electric bike, walking, it is very scary. It's probably the most painful thing you can probably experience, I guess. Not as far as myself, at least. Like, it's probably been the most painful things that I've experienced in my life. But like I said, the being able to get up from that, I know that there has to be someone watching upon us. Not super religious, but maybe not. Who knows? He wanted me to continue to live on, continue to do what I am set forth to put on this earth, right? To give you guys some knowledge, give you guys some positivity, and continue to spread my YouTube videos along with the other things that I do in my day-to-day life. So if it's having you guys be motivated to work harder at your job, work harder in the gym, work harder at learning a new hobby like myself, and how I'm documenting that on YouTube, and the trials and tribulations that come with that, right? With a new hobby or goal. I am really excited and positive and optimistic about the future and what this channel holds in the year 2026. I'm not going to make any announcements on any major plans because, as you guys know, at one point I wanted to have my own pre-workout business, and I was really putting a large amount of focus in that. However, myself as a person was becoming less and less interested in the fitness industry, and realized that the supplement industry is super saturated. And I gave you guys a little bit of food for thought on the monetizing your fitness videos. If you guys haven't checked out that video, I highly recommend you do if you have any interest in learning about personal training, learning about what you guys can do to market yourself as a, don't you like to use the word fitness influencer, but fitness influencer of some sort, whether you're a competitor or not a competitor. A large amount of the money, guys, being made in the fitness industry, and believe that this as a fact, in 2025, and it's going to continue to probably be a trend of less and less people being competitive bodybuilders or powerlifters. Your money is not going to be made from competing regardless, and it's going to be from sponsorships. Whether it be on a small scale like myself, where I was essentially just working commissions for Tiger Fitness for a bit, or whether you are actually a paid athlete who is receiving products for free and receiving a salary, a monthly salary. Do I continue to use Tiger Fitness? Yes, I do continue to use Tiger Fitness. I was using his products before I was even working for him at one point. Yeah. But I really highly recommend you guys check out the monetizing your fitness videos if fitness is a large passion of yours and you want to monetize it, because there's money to be made. I think the best route, if you want to make as much money as possible in the fitness industry, would be the personal training route, whether it be online coaching or in-person coaching. I think online coaching is the number one thing if you have a following or you're willing to build a following, one or the other. Why do I think online coaching is better? It's because you're going to get clients who are better based on my experience. Not to say that my in-person clients weren't good, it's that they're more reliable. When you have an online client, they're going to pay up front and for your services that you're providing, whether it be training or nutrition services, which is what I would provide, would be training program protocols and nutrition protocols, which I would update with my clients on a weekly basis. Typically on a Sunday is where I would make changes to their plans as they continue to lose weight and build muscle over time. So I definitely think that's a better route to go. Also, it's a lot easier, as explained by monetizing your fitness videos, it's a lot easier to sell someone on an exercise program than it is to sell someone on a powder or pill to lose weight. As I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's a combination of food, supplements, and nutrition. But keep in mind, supplements are what they are called, supplements. They're not magic powders or formulas to losing fat or building muscle. They will increase your ability to build muscle and lose fat, especially when combined with a good nutrition program. But they are not magic, guys. These things are not magic. About 18 minutes into this video. I try not to keep these videos too long, as I usually just film and post nowadays. So with that being said, there's not much more for me to talk about here. I'm going to continue on my walk, continue to stay positive, and I'll catch you guys in my 200th video for something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and won't be documenting the whole journey on with you guys on what I'm going to be doing for my 200th video, but I'm going to at least be talking beforehand that I do the good deed that I want to do for a very long time, and something that I may even try to make into a tradition. Thanksgiving's coming. Make sure you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. Spend it with your friends and or family, loved ones that you have, or you guys will see what video number 200 has in store for Derek Deadlifts. I'm really feeling like if there's one thing you guys can learn from my channel, it's not just what you can achieve in your life, but also what you can give back in your life. People are not going to remember you for the things that you achieved. They're going to remember you for how you treated them. Just keep that in mind. And stay positive, guys. I'll see you guys for video number 200. And have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great... Who knows how long it is till I'll be posting again. I'm trying to post as often as possible with my day-to-day life. But, you know, obviously on my time when I spent out of work, I was able to post quite a few times, and I was happy about that. But back to the normal day-to-day grind. So, with that being said, you already know what to do. I'm going to tell you guys every video. Like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, share this video if you think this would help someone, and I'll catch you guys in video number 200.